Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got my October empties video today, so I'm going to be talking through all the products that I finished up in the month of October, and I have them all out in front of me here, and I have finished off 13 items. So a bit of an unlucky number for the spooky Halloweeny month of October, but 13, 12, 11, that tends to be kind of like a monthly average, so that is pretty good considering that I have had a recent allergic reaction on my face, so it meant that I can't use as many of my skincare products as I usually can, but 13 is still good. And I have 3 items that I finished up in my items I want to use up by the end of the year video, so I will mention those when I come on to those. And I have a nice selection as well of body care, hand care, skincare, hair, makeup and fragrance as well, so a really nice selection of items to be talking about. And again, I have switched up the filming location. I'm in my spare bedroom just against a plain beige wall, so I'm going to see how this one goes, but I'm still trying to find the best place to film. I don't know where, but we're going to deal with it today. Okay, let's move on to the items then. Let's start off with hair. First off is my Living Proof dry shampoo. This is in the standard 198 mils. Don't know why this isn't 200. Could they not have just added an extra 2 mils? Really random. This retails for £20, I think, but I got it with a 20% off because I always buy my skincare and makeup with a discount code, so down to £16. This is a really good dry shampoo, but I don't think that this is necessarily worth the big jump in price compared to the Batiste dry shampoo and the L'Oreal Volume Air dry shampoo, the one I finished off in my previous video. I think those two are really good, and there is a big price difference. I think this Living Proof one is about 4 or 5 times the price, but to be honest, I think I'd rather stick with Batiste or the L'Oreal one. I think those two are brilliant. This one is really good, and this one I don't think leaves a white cast or any sort of like white telltale marks in your hair, but I just don't think it gives a greater appearance to your hair. It does pretty much the same job as the Batiste and the L'Oreal. It is, you know, in my top 3. I would say this is probably 3rd and Batiste first and L'Oreal 2nd. I mean, it's nice and I would probably repurchase it in the future, but for 16 to £20 it is a lot of money, so I think I would rather stick to the cheaper versions for now. But I do like it, but I don't think that it is necessarily worth the big price tag. Next product is my Ouai Detox shampoo. I use this of a weekend. This is either my Saturday or my Sunday shampoo, depending on what day I'm washing my hair. And this is the first shampoo of this kind that I have started using. My hair, the roots get quite oily, quite greasy fairly quickly. Basically the day after I've washed it, that's when I need to start using a dry shampoo. And I wash my hair every other day. I try to wash it on the 3rd day, but it doesn't always happen, so it is usually every other day. So I thought it would be a good idea to introduce a shampoo like this that is meant to really deep clean your roots and prolong the time that you then go before having your next shampoo, if that makes sense. But I'm not overly impressed with this. I don't feel like I could get away with an extra day or 2 without shampooing my hair after using this. It made my hair feel very nice, but not anything special, to be honest. I have replaced this with the Bumble and Bumble one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the blue one, so I will see how that one compares. But this is nice, but again, I'm not amazed by it. And this is a 300ml bottle, so in terms of how long it took me to use this, it did take me quite a while. I bought this back in February and I think I used it pretty much straight away. So so this took me 8 months actually. So 8 months using this once a week. So although this is an expensive product, I think it retails around about the £20 to £25 mark, I think. It's not something you're going to be repurchasing very often at all. So actually, even though I'm not amazed by it, I think I would probably buy it again, because I do think it is a good idea to have that type of like detoxing shampoo to be using once a week, especially if you're somebody like me who does use a lot of dry shampoo, or if you style your hair a lot, use a lot of hairspray, a lot of oils in the lengths, or if you just use other sort of styling products, it is a good idea to have a product like this to help thoroughly cleanse your hair. But again, not amazed, but I would repurchase it. Okay, perfumes next. They're both little mini perfumes. The first one is the Lancome La Vie est Belle. I've had this one before and I've had this in the proper size version, but I think I got this out of a magazine or a freebie in the post, and it's been hanging around my collection for a while, so I thought this would be an easy product to use up. Very, very nice smelling perfume this is, and because I've owned it before, it would be one that I would buy again. But it's not one of my favourites, but it is very, very nice. And Lancome do some lovely perfumes. I think they're probably one of the best brands for perfumes out there in my opinion. And because it's a good quality perfume, you can get away with wearing a lot less and you can keep smelling it on yourself throughout the day. At the moment, I can see it. I'm using a very, very cheap perfume. It smells nice when I first apply it, but I can't smell it throughout the rest of the day. It disappears pretty much straight away. So you don't get that with Lancome. And for the price, you would hope you wouldn't as well. And then my other little perfume is a new one. This is by Estee Lauder and this is Dream Dusk. And I got this in like a free sample Instagram thing from Cerave, a makeup artist. And there were lots of different scents to try. I feel like my voice is getting croaky. And I just went for the Dream Dusk. I didn't really know much about it, but they all sounded quite nice. Again, a very nice perfume. It hasn't tempted me to buy the full size version though. And like Lancome, Estee Lauder do some beautiful perfumes. This is nice, but not amazed by it. I'm not smelling it going, oh my god, that smells incredible. I must get the full size version of it. It's very, very nice. Again, lasts a long time throughout the day, but wouldn't buy it. Okay, 3 hand creams next. One of which I completely forgot that I owned. I think it got put in a drawer somewhere at my old house and then I just forgot that it ever existed, but it is the Elemis Modern Rose Hand Cream. I have cut it open and scooped out every last bit of product. Elemis do some really, really lovely hand creams. The scents are amazing. The Frangipani is one of my favourites. Their oil as well, the Frangipani oil, is incredible. But yeah, the scents they do are amazing. They sink into the hands really nicely as well, and they don't leave that kind of greasy texture afterwards. So you can put your hand cream on and then get straight back into whatever you were doing before. They are more expensive though, but then you are sort of paying for those better quality ingredients and the brand as well. I like Elemis hand creams. They do often on QVC at this time of year a set for all the mini ones, and I have gotten that for Christmas the past kind of like couple of years, and that is super handy to just have those mini versions on your bedside cabinet, on your coffee table, one in your handbag, so you've always got a hand cream there ready to use, especially at this time of the year as well, when we're going from really cold temperatures to hot temperatures inside with our heating, and then if you're doing lots of washing up as well, like I do for my job, your hands do get quite dry. So the Elemis hand creams are really lovely to sort of soothe your hands and make them feel really moisturised. I have used lots of these before in the past and I would continue to repurchase them. And then there are 2 mini hand creams here by a Chinese brand. I don't know what the brand is, but these were little stocking filler presents off my family last year. And like I mentioned with the Elemis hand creams, the mini ones, these are great sizes to keep in your handbag or wherever you need a hand cream handy. But I'm not particularly keen on these. These did dry out my hands. They didn't leave them feeling nice and soft and hydrated afterwards. So I wouldn't repurchase these. I think it's better sometimes to stick to an actual sort of like recognisable brand, and the Elemis ones in my opinion are pretty good. Okay, let's do a little bit of makeup. I only have one makeup item and it is a Project Pan item, and it is my Soph Revolution lipstick in the shade Cake. I did say in my previous Project Pan, because the bullet had been really kind of like messed up and it was a little bit wobbly, I wasn't sure whether I would actually properly finish this lipstick up. I got really close down to the bottom and then it was just really unstable, so it did actually end up falling off into the sink. Thankfully not onto my beige carpet. So I didn't properly finish this, but I wore as much of it as I can. Now you can actually scoop out what's left in the bullet, but I don't tend to do that with lipsticks. I'm not a fan of using my fingers for like cream products and applying them, especially throughout the day. I much prefer a bullet. You can wind it up, apply it, and then you're done. So once I had gotten to the bottom of this lipstick, that's when I called it a day. Really lovely colour, but it's quite a dupeable colour. I have fairly similar shades to this in my collection, so the colour is sort of nothing special, but it is very pretty, very flattering colour. The formulation of these lipsticks aren't my favourite though. I do find them incredibly creamy, so the staying power isn't that great. I am wearing her other one today, which is Fudge, but with this one I do have to take a finger and really press it into my lips. So if you do that, it then lasts a lot longer. So quite a nice lipstick, and for about £4, it is a really good bargain. It is a really good lipstick for £4, but it isn't one that I would repurchase. Okay, let's do some body care then. I have 2 body care items, and both of these are items that were in my skincare, makeup, hair care, etc. products that I wanted to use up by the end of the year. The first one is the Kind Natured Coconut and Shea Foot Cream that I picked up from Boots. And again, whenever I have a tube like this, I do cut it open and scoop out the rest of the product. I really liked this product. Now, foot cream to me is a product that I rarely apply. I have extremely cold feet. I don't quite have Raynaud's, I think it's pronounced, where your feet turn white. My feet go like blue, purple. They look like they belong on a corpse, basically. It's very attractive. But they are extremely cold, and they're like that throughout the year. So 99% of the year I spend in socks. I sleep in socks. It's just very difficult for me to get my feet warm. So because of that, because I'm covering them up all the time, I don't really ever think to do anything to my feet apart from paint my toenails. So a foot cream, and this one in particular, I have had for a very long time, and it's an item I rarely use. But because I've made a conscious effort to use this product up, I have really come to love a foot cream. I think it's so nice to take some time of an evening when you're sat on the sofa watching a bit of TV, or when you get into bed, to just take a bit of product and massage it into your feet, and it feels so nice. And I don't think you often quite realise just how achy your feet are until you start massaging them. So I think I will end up repurchasing a foot cream. Not necessarily this one. This one is very nice. It sinks in very nicely, and it has a nice sort of cooling eucalyptus sort of scent. But I do really like a foot cream now. I think it is something I need to keep doing, because I did notice a difference as well. My feet were very hydrated with this, but they weren't slippy as well. So I was able to walk around barefoot for a bit, even though that's not something I usually do. But I was able to put my socks back on straight afterwards and not feel like my feet were slipping about in my socks. So a very nice foot cream. And yeah, I'm now a foot cream fan. And this took 22 uses worth to finish off the tube. The tube was more than halfway used up to begin with. So 22 uses, 6 in September and 16 in October. I have marked it in my little notepad in front of me here, just so I'm curious to see how long it actually takes me to use up these products. So 22 uses worth, and this was used up. And then another item from that video about the products I wanted to use up by the end of the year was my Cherry and Macadamia body scrub that I got from Superdrug. And this is a big 465ml tub. This, I've washed it out, but I can still smell it. It just smells incredible. It smells, yeah, it smells exactly like it says it does, cherry and macadamia. It's like a Bakewell tart. It smells incredible. And this took me 6 uses to use up. I used it once in September and then 5 times in October. And this was a weekly item that I used. So of a Saturday or Sunday, whatever day of the weekend I was washing my hair, I would put my hair mask on, turn the shower off, and then I would scrub this in all over my body. So because I'd said to myself that this was a weekly product that I'd be using, I think that helped me kind of stick to a routine of using it. Once it got to the weekend and I washed my hair, I automatically thought, right, face mask, hair mask, body scrub. And then because you're using this on the entirety of your body, you are going to be getting through a lot more product, obviously, than if you were to use it, say, just on your face. Not that you would with a body scrub, but you know what I mean. So I wasn't really worried about finishing this product off this year. And again, I think a body scrub is something I need to get into a regular routine of using, because it does make such a difference to your skin. This particular product, like I say, smells incredible, but it's a really nice texture as well. It's not too light. I don't like a really light body scrub. I like to feel the granules, but I don't want it to feel like it's stripping a layer of my skin off. So this is a real nice in-between, and it's a really good price as well. I can't remember how much it was, maybe around about the £5 mark. So it is one that I would definitely repurchase. And then moving into skincare, I have 3 skincare items that I finished off this month, and one of them is another one of those items that I wanted to use up by the end of the year, and it's because I had 2 of them basically, and it is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum, and I used this in the evening, but I also made a conscious effort to use it in the morning as well, Just because it says night in the title doesn't mean that it's not going to work in the morning. Your skin isn't going to notice, it's not going to go, oh, it's morning, I'm not going to work. So I did use this twice a day, which obviously helped how quickly I got through this product. And it took me 54 uses to use this product up, 15 in September and then 39 in October. And like I say, that was using it twice a day. The thing I don't like with this product is the pipette. I don't feel like the pipette is particularly effective. It doesn't soak up a lot of the serum, but I'm not sure whether that's because the serum isn't hugely fluid as well. So I'm not sure whether it's the consistency of the actual serum or the pipette itself. It is a good product, but like the Living Proof Dry Shampoo, I don't think that this is worth the price. I think it's round about, what, 50 or 60 pounds or something? I don't know, I've never outright bought it, I've always got it as part of a set, so it has worked out as good cost for money or good value for money, but on its own I think it is quite expensive, and I wasn't looking at my skin going, oh my goodness, that's made an amazing effect to my skin. My skin tolerates it well, so it would be something that I would use again, but because of the price I am interested in trying to find better options out there, options where I can see much more of a visible difference in my skin. But it is a cult classic product, so loads of people out there do really love it. And penultimate product is my Lumene Nordic Hydra 24-hour replenishing balm. This is probably my third tub of this, and I use this as a night cream, and this is incredible. It does have a light scent to it, but it's quite like a nourishing, cocooning scent. It's like wrapping yourself up in a really nice thick duvet and getting all cosy and snuggly. It's just a really comforting scent, so nothing too overpowering, but there is a scent. So if you have sensitive skin, then just kind of bear that in mind. The texture of this is quite thick, so when there's product in there, obviously, if you do that, it's not going to run out. It does sort of stay in place, but it doesn't feel really thick and heavy to rub into your skin. It sinks in really, really nicely. And then in the morning, my skin feels quite soft, quite smooth, quite hydrated. So this is a really lovely product, especially for this time of the year when the weather gets colder. So because this is also the third pot of this that I've had, I would definitely repurchase this. I think it's beautiful. And then last product is the Cerave Hydrating Cleanser for normal to dry skin. And this is the 236ml bottle. I bought this when my skin last had its allergic reaction. When my skin had that reaction, I wanted to strip back everything in my skincare. I wasn't using loads of products anyway, but I wanted just a really basic cleanser and moisturiser. And I know that my skin really likes the CeraVe one, and it is quite a basic but effective cleanser. So I bought this one and I was using this twice a day. And I finished this up about 2 weeks ago, so it did take me sort of 2 months, twice a day to use up. Now, some people find that this kind of like stings their face, especially around their nose, but for me, like I say, I used this after I had my allergic reaction and my skin tolerates this really well. And I have bought this numerous times in the past before, and it is a product I would continue repurchasing. I love that it's a pump and it just makes it super easy. Pump 1 pump's worth into your hand, massage it in, wash it off with water, and you are done. And also because it's CeraVe, it's a really good price point as well, and it would be another product that I would continue to repurchase. I really do like this cleanser. So those are all the items that I have finished up in October. So like I say, a good amount of different types of products, and I'm really quite pleased as well that I have used up 3 items that are on my list of items I want to use up by the end of the year. So thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like watching Empties videos and filming them as well. I think they're probably one of my favourite videos to film. So hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you again soon in my next one. Bye, guys.